Welcome to Battlefield Appalachia, a rural PA Dems division. I'm Jillian,
I'm Lindsay.
and we're here to talk to you about the myths and realities of living and organizing in rural Pennsylvania and give you all the tea on why it's more progressive than you think. Um, and let's kick off with an important factoid for folks that it is 100 days until the election. We're already here. How did we already get here?
Some people weren't doing stuff yet, and then
I
they were
don't
like, "Oh, yeah."
appreciate the movement of time. I didn't ask for that.
I mean, right, that's true. But I mean,
Yeah.
this like there's a month left of summer, I guess, and
Yeah,
then it's like on, like for real.
tis.
Fucking Shira, stand up,
I
bitch.
love your Shira setup over there.
Like she just needs to. Her boots are being weird. I left her sit for too long,
I
and now
have that issue so much. Actually, in this at this particular angle, you can see up to my left or my right. I don't know how it looks on your screen. Uh it is my lady shrine.
Mhm.
It is exclusively women action figures.
Well, right.
Um
Got my
I'll get a
scarf.
picture for folks to see. Um, I'll post it. But yeah, it's I haven't added to it in a while. I went to Barnes and Nobles to buy a planner that I don't need.
That happens
Um,
every time. That's what
yeah,
we. That's what.
that's what
What
we
do you
do.
mean? Yeah.
I haven't done it in such a long time. I've really avoided it by using like digital tools. But I was like, I haven't had a physical planner in too long. I need to try. It's not gonna work, but it doesn't matter. It'll work for a little bit. But while I was at Barnes and Noble, they have a lot of Funko Pops, and um, they had First Mate Space Cadet Miss Piggy. I'm probably gonna have to go back because
Oh my
I'm
god.
not gonna stop thinking about it.
Oh my god. But
I
that's
know,
such a fun one.
I know.
Miss Piggy was the fucking legit though.
Miss Piggy, extremely legit. Yeah, no, actually, like, my lady action figures have like spilled out because I there's not enough space. They're really jammed in there, and so I have an Ida B. Wells Barbie on the top of my desk, and
Right?
also, hang on, this is so funny.
Your foot.
Are you ready for this?
Oh my god. That's so good.
She has two different heads. She has the surprise that
This bitch has four. This
I
bitch has
love
four.
that.
It's crazy. And she's got three crowns. And
It's
they're
so
interchangeable if you
adorable.
put them on not upside down.
If you know, you know.
Oh.
Um,
Right, right, right.
Amongst the most terrifying movies from childhood.
Oh my god. It's true. It is true.
I hate to the kids these days, but like, why did they let us watch those movies?
I'm not sure they never paid attention enough to
They
like,
didn't
okay,
pay attention enough.
or else they would have not done it for
No,
sure.
yeah, for
You
sure.
better stay. Bitch, you better stay. If you knock over my beer, ah, fucker. All right. Well,
Yeah,
she's sitting. She's fucking not going to be there for now
yeah.
because so she gets replaced with Jin. Jin's better too.
Hey.
Jin's gonna
All right.
stay up. She's functional.
Um, yeah, so oh right, 100 days. That's where we were until then that happened. 100 days. Um, it's like, oh, 100 days. That's so many days. That's so few days.
That's no days.
That's like no days.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I Although I'll tell you what, this was, I think, my first like event post being chair. Um, and it was so funny to watch McKaylee be me. Um,
Did she
she was just
hide
like
at least?
walking
Or
around with this like sullen look on her face, like looking at her phone, like type, and I was just like,
it's so
oh
much
shit.
more fun, like to let someone else like people are like, well, what was it a good event? I'm like, I don't
I don't
fucking
know, was
I
it?
didn't experience it. Like I
Was
fucking was
I
doing shit.
wasn't there actually.
Yeah.
I was
I
only
like,
kind of there.
was it fun? I was in it. Like
Yeah.
no fucking clue
It's
what it was like.
right. Yeah. No, I did jump in for like a couple small things, which was like, so I asked McKaylee what the run of show was, and she said, well, so and so, one of our coordinated people. Oh, well, so this Caleb McCoy is going to speak, and then so and so, a coordinated person, is going to introduce the LG, and the LG is going to speak. And I was like, oh, well, when are you? And she's like, I'm not on that. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. Mm-mm.
Oh.
I was like, absolutely not.
Sorry. Whoever whoever thought they were pulling the
I went and
fast one,
fixed that shit real fast.
did you go rip that rug right underneath from underneath their feet and let them fall on their face? I hope so.
Well, listen, I
In the
it was
kindest way
good.
possible. In the kindest way possible, though. Did you
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like,
absolutely. No, I just went over and she was like, I don't know, here all the people you can yell at are over there. And I was like, I'm not gonna yell at anybody. I don't need to yell. I'm just gonna say, hey, I hear that somebody from the coordinated is introducing the LG and our chair isn't speaking. So how about if our chairs introduce the LG instead? And they were like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, yeah, sure is. Um,
sure, it sure is.
yeah. But I think like it can be overwhelming your first time because like people think that these things are very organized.
And it's not necessarily an
Not.
organized slight either. It's just that somebody wasn't like included in the type of planning that you and I would like push
Right.
ourselves
Well,
into.
and this is also the thing, right, is like one of the chairs in the surrounding counties had said to her like you're going to be fine because you have somebody to like ask. And which is kind of true. It is so much more helpful when you have enough of a relationship with an immediate past chair that you can ask them some questions because like
I mean, I asked Val whenever I needed to, and I mean, but at the same time, I also didn't want to burden her with it, and I
yeah,
didn't want to like also not end up relying on her to figure out what I think probably like was just rough, but was ultimately like my roughness at it didn't make the
yeah.
thing unsuccessful. It just made it so that I was more aware of it. But if had someone fixed it for me or done something for me, then I wouldn't have realized that I needed to. Like I needed to kind of like have it be rough so that I could
Yeah,
like
and there were
learn.
definitely like moments where I didn't step in. I could have, but I did not.
And that's what makes me as
Because I
a
do think it's important like sometimes you gotta fuck shit up a little bit on your own. And like, I would never let her like drop into a full shit show.
right.
Um, but like, you have to have some learning experiences and like start to get a feel for like, okay, this is how it happened and this is how I would do it differently, or like, these are the things that I would ask about in advance next time.
Hmm.
Um,
And like you're not being a chair anymore too. Like I don't know if I doubt any of your time has freed up necessarily.
No.
Um,
No.
because all we do is take on more shit.
Hmm.
But like this weekend, my sister's in town because it was like my aunt's funeral that she
Mm.
passed like, a few months ago. But
Yeah.
it was also a family reunion, and it was also one of the oldest child out of like, well, the second oldest child out of all of the children that the cousins had.
Mm.
Graduation, and they live out of state, so like 3 or 4 states worth of people were gathering, and I had to give a eulogy, but simultaneously we had Cambridge Springs Carnival Days, which is in very red area, and
Mm.
but people had complained when we weren't there, and like so we
Right.
try to be there when we can. um and I went and did like Wednesday night, and then set up on Wednesday, was there for a bit Wednesday night, and then was there Thursday night till the end with a volunteer. But then also we had Meadville's Pride on Saturday, and that Cambridge Springs event does last all day. Plus there's a Cambridge Springs parade, which apparently they lost like the Dems spot in the parade,
Mm.
the whole thing, but it was a very short parade, so it's like okay, whatever. And I guess Dan said that they dropped in like before I like it was done before I even got the text back from one of the organizers. So I was just like,
Mm.
but I was gone. So
Yeah.
like you can't do it and be gone. And I had to go because like no matter what, I was giving a eulogy too.
Yeah. Like you, it's a,
So
yeah.
and that was a deputized situation. Because like there was like the son and the daughter, and they gave a tight five. Well, I was told, I was the only person told repeatedly to make sure it was a tight five. I was the
Hmm.
only person that made it a tight five though, because people wrote stuff and then for like didn't have the experience of giving speeches to know what tight five means.
Right.
And then it was funny because like I spoke on behalf of like, so my mother had, when they were all alive, she had 5 sisters and a brother, but now it's like, so I was speaking on behalf of all of the sisters.
Oh.
Right. And none of them, like every time I talked to like any of them, they were like, you can't talk about anything that I just told you. And I'm like, of course.
Okay, well
So
then
yeah,
what was
what
the
about
point of
you?
that? I mean, this was
Right.
fun, but
Yeah. And so I ended up doing like all of it, like from like a zoom out, like, and
Mm.
just referred to the fact that like they told me things, and
Hmm.
but I couldn't talk about any of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, also my aunt was the oldest daughter of all of them, the oldest child of all of
Mm.
them, and it was
An
like,
eldest daughter.
yes, and I could say from it like almost beat the shit out of my sister multiple times in my lifetime, and she had this many sisters. And she was the oldest, and then she got to parent first in front of all of them, like under the microscope and the bullshit. And every time any of them needed out the fuck of the house, she moved them into her house with her kids and her husband and let them live there rent free, like never had to pay for food. So like one at a time. Like she kind of like co
I
brought them
can't
in.
lie, I would also do that as an eldest
Yeah,
sister. I
right.
thankfully never had to, but I am for sure that person.
Yeah, oh yeah. And so she did this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, so she always, man, she always told me, even if she like didn't agree with me or frankly whatever the fuck any of us were doing, because all those sisters all had 2 kids each.
Mm.
So then we multiplied like all at once because they're all like 2 years apart, so it's
Yeah.
boom boom boom. So actually there's like 8 of us that are 1 year apart,
Oh.
and now we all have kids too, and it's like
Yeah.
we multiplied like that. And I'm the oldest of the one chunk of cousins, the big chunk. And
Hmm.
I was just like, oh man, she never forgot to tell me, like, you're so smart. You've got it. She's like, she did not agree with me, but she was only ever semi-judgmental. But
Yeah.
she was like, you're so smart. You should just do it. Like all the time, no matter
I
what it
love
was.
that. I love that.
And I mean, and she always told me, she's like, your John is the sweetest. Because her oldest son, her son's name is John too. And she's like,
Mm.
aren't John just the sweetest? And they are. So like there's that. But yeah, so I got to share that shit. But everybody when I was done,
Mm,
and whatever, we're all like the whole thing's over. They're like, "Do you speak in public often?" I'm like,
literally all the time.
"Literally all the time."
Literally all
They're
the
like,
time.
"We can tell it was so fun to listen to you," and I was like, "Oh
Thank you.
no," because it's nice when it's like your family like never heard you speak before.
Right. And they're like, oh shit, you got
Oops.
skills? I had no idea.
Those whole families originally from like hilarious. They're all Republicans and they're all from Western New
Yeah.
York. Do you know who they all love? Love our governor.
Who?
They like everyone, like my whole family, like they're OG from Western New York. They all love our governor. And
Hmm.
then like the few people we had from the folks on her second marriage's side, they're all from Canada. They also love our governor and had so many
That's
questions. But
so, let me tell you what, like, and I will say this, right? Like, I I think that sometimes I wish that Josh Shapiro were a little more gung ho or like vocal about LGBTQ stuff. But I will say this. When it's on the table, he's definitive.
Mhm.
And so like, and I don't know whether those people like miss that or whether
I think
like
they do.
because Josh Shapiro is the way he is, like they can
I
deal
think
with it. But he's firm. He is rock fucking solid.
he's 10 toes down, like when it comes up.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the time because he is going to a lot of like openings in our smaller communities, and then
Yeah.
he's going live in these smaller events that are at like education or like at businessy stuff. They think that he just only does that, but like frankly, he can
Right.
only do
Yeah,
really
and
like
like
what
people
comes up.
don't I mean, you don't see what you don't see, you know? And like obviously normal human beings are not uh, like scanning every single thing like we are.
Right,
Which
right.
yeah.
And
Although
and
on the speaking thing also I did like so after I went and fixed the speaking situation for McKaylee, I was like, okay, fixed. So so and so will be introducing you and then you will introduce the LG. And she was like, what do I say? And I was like, I don't understand what you mean. And she was like, well, you can just go up there and then just like improvise, but I'm not there. And I was like, oh, gotcha. And so it's just like, hey, excited to be here, brand new chair, youngest in the state. So happy to introduce our youngest ever Lieutenant Governor, Austin Davis. Boom, done.
right.
He was like, that's it. And I was like, that's it. Doesn't have to be fancy.
Does not. It just has to be like clear, memorable.
Mhm.
Don't be a drag on the mood and the time.
Yeah. Mhm.
Be an
Yeah, which
MC.
I, and she did great. Um and it was always lovely. It's always lovely to see the LG. I think and so Chris Kalsick, we're gonna have Chris on at some point, but Chris
Oh my God, yeah.
Kalsick was telling me he went to the Equality Federation conference for work and he was talking up so a lot of people asked him about Shapiro and and then he was like, okay, but have you heard about our lieutenant governor?
Mhm.
And so now Austin Davis has like a lot of new fans. As
Cool.
well, he should,
Mhm.
because, listen, number one,
He's wonderful. He's
uh,
from McKeesport.
he's from McKeesport, Pennsylvania. And I love that. Now, I actually, the first time I met Austin Davis, he was still a state rep, and I was a union organizer with SEIU HCPA. We at UPMC McKeesport, we were getting ready to do our contract bargaining. There was a decertification fight. It was really hard. We went and talked to Austin Davis. I did with a couple nurses, and he was such a gem. He will say um, that he is the son of a union bus driver and a hairdresser. Um, I believe his sister is also a nurse, if I recall. But
I have my
he
appreciation for hair.
really is that person. Like, I think sometimes when we hear that from politicians, it starts to feel fake.
Mhm.
But like, he's such a normal human being, and his wife, he he came to Blair County and he brought his wife Blair, which I loved, and their daughter, who is so cute.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God.
yeah. I saw her when we were I was right above her on the steps when
Mm,
Gov was doing his like first announce for re-election in Pittsburgh.
yeah.
And she was like right below me. And she was like getting like consoled and like popped around a little bit. And I kept like waving at her. I was like,
Yeah.
and she was like, who's this chick above me on the steps like waving at me?
Who is this
But I was
lady?
just trying to distract.
Adorable. I definitely there was a moment where so like the candidates that we had there were all like getting together and having a picture with him. And my congressional candidate was like not quite over there, and I was just like, Beth, picture. And he just like looks over at me and he's like, she never stops organizing. I was like,
That's so good though. And the kids do the best for like they don't just it's almost like they know how to be a thing that the candidates sometimes need to be a distraction. Um like like when John's come so many times to stuff and it's almost like they are so relieved to have
yeah,
a give and take with John because it also means that us who are around to irritate the fuck out of them and ask them things that frankly they don't want pressured to answer.
yeah,
They liven up and like they know they're getting photographed with the kid and they can talk to the kid and it is a mental relaxation for them to talk to someone who's just there and
just excited
they're
to
all
see them
good.
there.
So many of them are good with kids, you know,
Yeah.
and then they get a break from us.
Yeah. We're a lot. No, I know like one of my committee members came and he brought one of his daughters, and she was like really excited to go. So I thought that was super sweet. Um, but yeah, it was a lovely little thing. And
I forgot to hold Ruth for you because you had Ida. So.
ah, I
But
love
no,
that. I think I might have, yeah, she's way up there. I have one. I have her. Not that specific one, a different one, but yes. I also have Stacey Abrams
I love that.
and
I do, I do,
AOC.
I do not have Stacy.
Yeah.
I do have Wonder Woman though, but she's over there. She's over there somewhere.
I have a Mad Magazine version of Wonder Woman.
Guess what my kid got me one time, and I was like, so this is super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got me this, and so if you know, you know, because of who it is, because it's gonna make you feel. Because like I cried during her song, right?
Oh,
With the donkeys and her and the being strong stuff. And oh my
I love
God. And he just saw
it.
this and got it for me. And he's like, that's you, mom. And I was like, I'm gonna and he's got the donkey there too, and the catapult. Ah! So I was like, I'm gonna keep that till I die.
Love.
So fitting. So fitting. Catapulting donkeys in the air with the chick who's like, get it
Yeah.
together, gotta keep it together for everybody else. Shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's real. Eldest daughters all need therapy. Just
Receptive little shit.
How dare the children clock us so hard?
Every time.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I am seeing uh in the list here. Apparently, today is National Parent Day.
I did not know we needed a
Did
celebratory
we need
day.
a day? I don't feel like we need a day. Also, nobody knows that's a thing. We have a Mother's Day, we have a
Mhm.
Father's Day. I suppose Parents' Day is a National Parent Day is great, but like also not like a well-known one.
Eldest
I
daughter
will.
day is better. That one.
I am interested. So, National Parent Day, one of the things that I saw I thought when I saw seeing that was like, um, I have been seeing on my TikTok feed a number of videos that are like either parents or therapists, and then it's usually a stitched video, where it's just like, oh, these kids that are going no contact with their parents and like demanding, like empathy, and they're disrespectful. And it's like, are you, well, so the biggest one, focus on the family. Put out a thing, which for
Well, what
once
did
in
they
their
put out?
entire existence had good advice about dealing with an estranged child, which is to like listen from a place of empathy, don't be defensive, like yada yada, the all good things, right?
Yeah.
And then the comments
We're
reflect the
ready.
reality of what Focus on the Family has been doing for the last couple decades, which is pushing parents to be shit to their children. Because to be clear, James Dobson, may he burn in hell forever, encouraged people to beat their children. Like, if, oh, your kid didn't, he talked about how, like, he had a dog that he didn't hit with a belt enough.
Physical punishment does not change behavior.
It
Mm,
doesn't change behaviors. It doesn't.
it doesn't.
And
Like
also,
it has never worked.
no.
There's a reason definitively why people, especially adults with intellectual disabilities that used to be in carceral,
Hmm.
their growth and their abilities, like when they, if they are not treated that way, and are raised through their adulthood and then have the expectation of their parents cutting cord, they are able to, especially if they have like a good supportive home. But if the parents actually cut the cord, which is like a really tough part of like people with intellectual disabilities, their parents letting go.
Mm,
And also sometimes it's financial too for the parents, because their
yeah.
parents are older a lot of the time, and it's like a whole thing. But anyway, but like they can and do live on their own until their health declines. I mean, people don't realize like how much better they have better health outcomes and also learning outcomes because they have the expectation of growth where like they're gonna have
Yes.
to do shit.
Uh-huh.
So like you have to give them positive affirmation, like for what I do for a living. Like you have to give them
Yeah.
the positives, you have to give them people that keep them positive, but they
But also,
are
you have
supposed
to
to
expect things.
support. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the support is like they know we're not going to let them, for instance, like hopefully get evicted. So
Right.
like we're going to give them all the support to stop eviction from happening. And it's less expensive on the community. It's less expensive on the tax brackets. And these
It
people
sure
pay rent.
is. Sure
They
is.
pay rent and their waivers, instead of their waivers costing $250,000 annually, their waivers cost the Pennsylvania taxpayers maybe 40 grand. And
Yeah.
their social security checks literally pay rent to somebody who owns that home locally, hopefully locally.
Yeah.
But they're able to live on their own. It costs the taxpayers like such a tiny amount comparison. And like those people get them to doctor's appointments and shit, and they pay utilities and everything else. But to think that like that's like the least that's radically the least restrictive posture, and children are the same way when you're raising them with the expectation of I'm not gonna let you fucking die and fail, but I'm
Right.
gonna give you like you need to go here. You need
Yeah.
to go here. And I'm gonna give you support, but I'm gonna also not do this for you. Because
Right.
otherwise you need my ass forever. I can't give
Yeah, and
you
I
the
mean
bad
it's
options.
like I saw just like this literally a teacher who was like, "Don't let your kids be weird." Which like, ma'am, go fuck yourself.
Mm.
If your kids are weird, they'll get bullied. Why? Because you'll bully them?
Or or let your kid be like
Or
special
let your
like
kid be who the fuck they are.
or selectively weird. Or tell them, hey, you know, that outfit combination, not great. And so if you wanna have you wanna go out there, just saying that that shit doesn't match and you have plenty of stuff that does. But if you're fine with it not matching and that being uncomfortable later because it's gonna be fucking hot, you could that's you're gonna but I'm not gonna buy you a new outfit when we're out. Or if you don't like it. Like and you're later like, I hate my pictures, man. Like, we're not gonna have that conversation. So I'm telling you right now, like that shit don't look right. But if you wanna stay in it, stay in it.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
It's just like
be a weird kid because
I'm
what
just
even
coaching you.
is weird?
Yes, and I'm just coaching you. I'm still giving you the choice. I'm not like saying we're not leaving like this unless you're wearing. There's one time that was a thing, but like I was like we're going where
I mean,
I'm going.
everybody's got one. Everybody's got
Yeah,
one.
like we're going where I'm going, and so if you're going with me, you can stay home. But
Yeah,
if not, you're gonna wear something in this field of range here.
right.
Um, like and but also I do give them the I do like to tell them ahead of time, like, hey, there's a potential for this to be weird. So you should know that before walking in and being like broadsided, like, why won't anyone talk to me? Why is this weird? And it's like, well, I'm
Yeah.
just warning. But you don't have to change it. But man,
No.
if you're cool with it,
I stand firm in be confidently weird, whether it be your clothes or your hobbies or whatever.
I do with activities for sure.
And the right people will get to you. Um, just
Mm.
go for it.
And choose your step out. Like kids should always choose like where they're going to be weird. Like,
Yeah, like
they should choose like
it's
I hate for when kids unfortunately like do not know any are not like pre-warned and then they kind of like walk into a thing. But like you should definitely selectively always have something weird.
yeah, I
You
mean,
should have multiple. Like for me, fan fiction, totally a thing.
no,
Um,
amazing.
like there's a list of shit that I do that's fucking weird. But I also know it's weird and I want to do them anyway.
Yeah, like I just like to do the things that I like to do. Um,
Adult toys or something we have in common.
yeah, toys.
Like this kind of toys is what we're
Yes,
talking about.
that kind of adult toy. Um, no comments on anything else.
We don't know what we're talking about, but we don't
Um,
kink shame. We do not kink shame.
I will use that as a segue to this, which is so I will show you a toy that I have. This is
What?
Joel Embiid. Uh,
What?
and I show you Joel Embiid because LeBron
Because we
James signed with the motherfucking Sixers. Yes!
took a pay cut. Took all the pay
Well,
cut.
he's only like first of all, it's
It's
insane to
not
say
free,
only
but
with
it
this, but
is
he's
damn
only
near
doing
free.
like 4 mil.
Yes. It's not free. It's
2 years,
damn near
$8
free.
million. Dollars. Thank you, Dan. Yeah.
People are like,
That's
why is that a big deal? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
oh,
Are you?
shut the fuck up. When I found out, I was having a call with Chris and he was like, "Oh, the PA Young Dems chat is blowing up." And I was like, "Oh." And he was like, "It's about the Sixers." And he was like, he was like, "I don't know if I should like tell you or let you find out." I was like, "Shut up. I'm Googling." And when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God." And enough that my husband Ned came
Brandon.
to my office door and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "LeBron James signed with the Sixers." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he walked away. And I was like,
That was
I
Kevin's
don't
reaction.
understand.
That was Kevin's reaction. But like for me, like, because he didn't know until like way later, and I knew earlier. And I was, but when it happened, I go, like, I yipped. I did like the
Yeah.
whole yip. And and I got home, and and I was like, John, did you see anything live yet on about sports? And he goes, oh no. I was like, LeBron. He goes, and he like ignored me. He was like turned around and he goes, oh, why? And I was like, Philly. And he goes, no. And I said, mm-hmm. He goes,
Yeah.
no. And I was like,
Yes.
do we get to go to a game? And I said, ugh, God, this kid is so expensive. God damn. But like that was his
Listen.
immediate. And then my sister was with him, and like, because is it Isaiah Martin shared like a this is so nasty picture of like our lineup, and I was like, I got to screenshot this, send it to my sister because she's got my child, and I was like, show this to John, and he was like, this is so nasty. I was like, it is, it is. It's our chance, and
I'm so hyped for Pennsylvania. I can't even deal with it. Um, it like
okay,
Oh
yeah, so,
wow.
yeah,
Dan pops in with the stats. LeBron made 50 million each of the past two seasons. I
yep.
kind of love that because like obviously like if you're making 50 million a year for like multiple years, like you can sure afford to drop the whole way down to 4. Um but
Like,
like
but compared to like, it's kind of like what he his what he, I'm pretty sure he said it, but a lot of other people said it too. But it's like if he wants to give something to a team, and he can just give his time away,
yeah.
and he can. His legacy is not going to hurt for
Yeah.
giving his time away, and but his legacy would be only benefiting if he could help a team win, and
Right.
that's worth more than money, and that's his
We're
choice.
fucking winning, bro. We're
I'm
fucking
like,
winning. We're gonna
I'm
do
like,
it.
bitch, it doesn't even matter who is the stronger personality or whatever, like on the team, and like the people are worried about inner team dynamics. I'm like, they know he's giving his time away. They are all gonna feel personally,
Yeah.
frankly, responsible to live up to it and take the chance if they have it.
Yeah. Well, and
Really?
genuinely, like, I am so hype because we've got Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and like friggin' LeBron James. Paul George, I think still. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, Jalen Brown. That's right. Oh, that's a new Jalen Brown. We got
Mm-hmm.
one of the Jalens. Um, there are like three of them right now. I don't know what
Right.
the deal is, but
Technically, we
Jalen was
got
a
a lot.
popular name. Oh, we traded Paul George for Jalen Brown. Thank you, Dan. I completely forgot. Um, but yeah, so I am super hype. Basketball is one of the things that I decided to do to get to give myself a break from politics.
Mhm.
Um, and for me, um, it is only acceptable to root for a Pennsylvania team. Period.
Correct.
End of
Yeah.
story. And so obviously it had to be the Sixers. Although also I did know a lot of people, coincidentally from politics, who were into the Sixers.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
and so I
it's
was like,
weird.
okay, I'll do this.
Did anybody
Um,
lobby for LeBron to come?
what?
Did anybody specifically lobby for LeBron to come
Oh
to this?
yes. Oh yes. I think
Do you know
Embiid
who it
did.
is?
I think
Do you
Maxi
know?
did.
No, but I mean like politics side.
Oh.
There was very specifically one
I
very
don't
big.
know. Well, the Gov
That's what I mean.
is
That's
of
where I was
course a
going.
huge basketball fan.
He is the
Like
biggest. He personally,
the
actually,
biggest
he
Sixers
he
fan.
personally lobbied for this,
So
actually.
big that in 22 when he ran for governor, he had a basketball jersey as merch and
John and
beat you, which I have.
I do too.
And
So
yeah.
is good.
And by the way, governor, I would like a 2026 version if you could please.
Governor,
We
if
need an
you could,
updated 2026 jersey. What am I going to do without that?
we need to literally, as you quoted, Gov, run it back. And
We
we
need to
need
run it back. If we're going to run it back, how am I supposed to run it back without the jersey?
the jersey.
Don't
Exactly.
make me wait till fall.
Oh, well, it's gonna be fall in 5 minutes, so you're gonna have to
I mean,
wait
it's
till
gonna be
fall.
fall in 5 minutes, but like, yeah, no, it came out so early last time because like I remember Angela and I both got it, and we were in
And John.
Johnstown for his kickoff because he
Hmm.
kicked off in Johnstown the first time. Um, and we wore our jerseys. We got our picture with him. I believe it may actually have been in the Johnstown newspaper.
I got me and John Michael Scott one, and it was way too big for John Michael Scott, and they fit us now. But I'm like,
Yeah,
now that we're saying this, that we need to run back the jersey. Maybe
we
we
need to
should get
run
a
back the
Velcro
jersey.
spot for the year so that we can,
Yeah.
and then like give
So that
2028
in the event that he might run for something else, I don't know what that might be.
another year. We could
We could
like
switch it
that.
on out.
We should like Velcro.
I'm checking the merch shop now just in case I missed something.
Oh my
Although I
God.
do feel like I would have seen it, but you never know.
But I mean,
I feel like it would
maybe
have
it's like a picture.
been, give me some new
Maybe it's like
arrivals, babies.
maybe you had to wait for
Oh, here it is.
the.
Actually, oh, that's the shirt. Freedom to love, freedom to vote, freedom to pray. That's what it says.
Mm.
Oh, we got the LGBTQ merch in. We got the pride stuff. Um, ooh, he has trans pride merch.
Good.
That's my guy. No basketball
Yeah.
jersey though. I want the basketball jersey.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, give us the sport. Like, we know you love sports.
We know you
Please
love
give us and
sports.
just give the people
I
that.
really enjoy I was watching a game once and I like, they get like the shot like down on like the court and I was just like, "Oh my God, he's there. Josh is there."
You can just see him. Like, they didn't even say like it's. So my
Yeah.
son made me get a Sophie Cunningham shirt.
Oh?
So I have a Sophie Cunningham shirt. Um, and her giving her angry point finger because like that's how
Yeah.
I point at like the Republican office. Like I'm
That
like you know.
yeah,
And
no.
underneath it,
Real.
it of course says "Point God," and the point and
Yes.
quote on it is the point is to win. And I'm like, oh,
Um
and it's
it has
innate,
been
as if that couldn't be interpreted as entirely political. The point is to
yeah.
win,
I mean, come on.
and it just says underneath like her picture of her pointing like "Point God," and I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where she is on the like a political spectrum, but I also don't care because
Yeah.
that quote is not wrong for this
Yeah.
purpose. And also, I point and shame people often.
Well, I was just double checking because
You said some off the
uh,
chain shit. I know
uh,
that. I don't know
the
explicitly what.
WNBA is expanding to Philly by 2030. So they are an expansion. They will be an expansion team. Um,
I anticipate that that would be something that a whole bunch of us could get the fuck behind.
oh God, I
Like, I don't
would
love
live and
watching
die.
basketball on TV, but I prefer watching women's basketball in person. I don't.
I Basketball is a sport that I
Men
can
are
watch
too
either in
magical.
person or on TV, whereas baseball, I like it's got to be in person or I can't do it.
Hmm. Yeah,
Because that shit is so boring.
can be.
You watch it in person, you get all the between things, and there's
Yeah.
like mascots. Frankly, that's why I watch minor league baseball because they have 18 mascots for like each team, and they're all fucking hilarious, and it's a time.
They do a bunch of in between stuff, and it's fun. I do
Yeah,
like. So I'm gonna apparently go to a Guardians game on Friday. So
nice.
yeah, I have to leave right after work. So, but
Um, oh hey,
oh wait,
Dan did so much prep for us. Uh, he shared with us, and I didn't watch it because I'm a bad person. I want to call that out right now. He sent us
well, the reason Dan watched
Trump.
it is my fault. So there's that.
Well, yeah, a Trump voters in PA focus group, Trump voters who supported Shapiro. You
Mhm.
watched it, I didn't.
Yes. So
Uh,
these
yeah.
are like two-time or three-time Trump voters. And you can tell that they are not rural per se because
Mm,
of the conversation that they were uplifting, which would make, frankly, a whole bunch of our commenters about a certain topic called data centers probably significantly upset. However, so what it talked about was that these folks, for the main conversation, and so like not to get in the weeds on the data center shit again, but these folks were not mad at all. They were actively happy that Shapiro had a plan for doing data centers and doing them responsibly and accepting them into the zeitgeist. But
hmm
also, they had a comparative like question because like Fetterman was brought up too, right?
Of course, of course.
And basically, these three-time Trump voters all liked or accepted or were actively going to vote in a happy way for Josh.
Mm,
None of them were anti-Josh. Not a single fucking one of them were anti-Josh.
wow.
Right.
Sorry,
And
Stacey.
for the Josh presidential situation, though there was a like acceptance or like and this very much does mirror shit I've heard and which I'd love to bring up right after this, but
Hmm
um people have said like he should be or he could be or I see somebody like him to be president, but also their next thing that they said out of their mouths was that Democrats wouldn't nominate him, but they should. And then there was another one of one of their most favorite like Republican Trumpy supporters that like Josh that he would be mad if Josh ran and got the nomination because he was mad that he would lose him for governor. And then when compared with Fetterman, they all said basically, we don't want him as a Republican. We are happy that he is voting our way on key issues, but we don't want him and he wouldn't win our primary and he is what he is for us for now and garbage. And I was like,
I fucking
so wait,
said so. We've
so
been
Republicans
saying.
don't
We've
give
been
a
saying.
like Republicans like him for now because they know what it is, but like they don't want him for them.
They're not interested in him
Not at all. And they're just
on a
happy for what
regular basis.
they are just happy that he's with them for what he feels like he's going to get cross-party support. He's fucking not
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And the fact that these people, though, full-throatedly supported Josh
Hmm.
as a Dem, as
Yeah.
a no questions, no party flip possible, no give a fuck, like
Yeah.
a Dem. They're like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, we need to like, because I mean, I've been plenty critical, plenty of times,
Yeah.
but because I'm like, oh my god, like let's like talk about the shit that like we all want to hear about. But like our base Dems and nationwide based Dems don't hear what the rest of the mods, the independents, and the Republicans are hearing on the Josh side.
Hmm.
And they love him. They love him in a way that, like, okay, they don't love him, but they like him to a point where I can say that they could ever stomach anybody
Yeah.
else. And so like I don't know if you've heard it, but have you done a whole lot of like in the field stuff with the Republicans like super recently?
Not super recently, no.
Okay. So this started like a month and a half ago, but now I've heard it like where they knew where I was. They came up to me and they're three-time Trump voters and they came up to our tent. Did I get heckled? Did I get shit? No. My
Uh-huh.
commissioner challenged me to a arm wrestling contest that he said I would probably win, and I'm like, spite's like that.
Yeah.
Spite is like that. But they are all coming to my table or people that I know and are like, can you just nominate somebody good in 28? And I was like,
Yes, I have the power to do that.
but also, are you asking me? Are you implying though to give to beat you? Because are you going to vote for a Democrat? And they're like, no. I'm like, but you're
Well, then
asking
what
me
the
to.
fuck is the point?
No, they want us to win. They want to vote for or not vote, and they want us to win. They don't. It's
Okay.
like being a Bills fucking fan. I think it's like being a Bills fan. You're going motherfucking down with the ship, bitch. Like this is it. It doesn't
They're
matter how much
going
you say.
down with the ship. But god
But
damn
then
it, if you could just like nominate somebody that won't make me want to like do anything about it,
yes,
that's all I'm
and
asking
make
for.
it so that you win, please. And it's so fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck are you asking me? And I
Yeah.
had like an existential crisis multiple times. I'm like, are you asking me to win and beat you? Oh, and it's like, well, we would do better the next time. It's like, what? You'd get a better draft pick? Like, is that you want the
You'd get
consolation
a better
prize?
draft pick.
Like, what is happening? Like, but I this is not the first time, and I have heard from directly from the horse's mouth how much they like Josh, and how
Yeah.
much also they don't. They tell me, they keep telling me, they keep coming up to me. They're like, I would never vote for Democrat, but I like the work you're doing, Lindsay, so much. I recognize you, and like I know you, and I'm like, I'm having a hard time. What the fuck is happening?
I'm gonna need you to know me better and be more supportive. I don't know what to do with it. No, and so here's the thing, right? And this is the the weird sort of paradox of living in areas that we live in, where it is genuinely not that there aren't people who are currently registered as Republicans that agree with us. There are, in fact, a lot of them. It's really we've made it as a society very psychologically difficult to openly change your mind. Um,
Or be told you're wrong. Or
or
acknowledge
be
and say you're
vulnerable.
wrong publicly.
Yes.
Or even to
Accurate.
yourself.
Yeah.
But I thought about that a lot when I switched parties.
Yeah.
And I said, this is me saying,
Yeah.
obviously, this is the path, and I'm getting the fuck off that path because I see where that path is going. But that means, like, also, I have to acknowledge, like, there was some shit going down that I was wrong about.
Yeah.
Period. Period. Like, there was shit that I cared about national security and stuff. And the only reason I was allowed to even for a minute think those things and believe those things as a veteran and because that is what I literally got a degree in. Like
Hmm.
I was allowed to think those things. Only because I wasn't a young, non-college educated black mom.
Yeah.
Like I got to skip the first five things. It wasn't that I didn't believe that healthcare should be less expensive and that kids should get educated. It was just that it was on my priority list of shit that I cared about. It was like here, but that was just because I was white and because I went to college.
Yeah.
You know, like so I got to skip like the five things that most Democrats that are in like involved in the primary process the most cared about first.
Yeah.
So I got the option to choose what I cared about, not had to care about what I had to care about.
Right. Which always like, and that is such a good thing to think about because truly, like, I don't, um,
But I realized that I felt
there's,
like an asshole.
I mean, you know,
But are
it
we
was
asking
rough.
three-time Trump voters though to like? That's what we're asking them to like confront is that they were wrong a lot,
Yeah.
and that a
Like,
lot of things are wrong.
right. And I actually like, that, yes, listen, there are going to be people that are not forgiving. And you know what? That's their prerogative.
Mhm.
It's not something for you to have a problem with. Not everybody has to come and be like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad that you're, fucking no."
No,
Like the fuck your feelings crowd needs to remember that they said that. Like
they
there
should.
will be people that will be able to make space for you, and then over time the number of people will grow.
Mhm.
But like, you know, when we're having a policy argument around people's basic humanity, yeah, you were the bad guy.
Yeah. Or like, do you want your own health care? Like, you
Do
don't
you
get
want your
health
own
care
health
if
care? Do you want health care at all? Like,
you don't get health care unless everybody gets health care. And by
yeah,
everybody, we actually mean everybody. Everybody,
everybody.
not just who you
Literally all the people.
check the boxes. Yes, literally all the people.
Right.
And
Um,
that's like the thing. It's like, well, we just mean every person, like every like person that like
every
if they
single
breathe
person.
and stuff, and like also all those people persons do
Yeah.
deserve to not piss their pants.
Um, Also, I just
Just for facts.
for the people on the illegal immigrant, we don't want illegal immigrants to have healthcare train. Um, most of South America and Mexico has universal healthcare.
And I'm pretty sure Mexico just passed like a universal health care like last week, as a matter of fact. Didn't they? Like with the new
So
president? Like didn't they like
they
reaffirm
don't
or
actually
reaffirm
need to
it?
come here to get healthcare.
Nope. No, they don't.
Um,
Wild.
Wild, I know.
And if those same
But here's
if
the
those
other thing,
same
right? Like
people
if I go somewhere, right? If I go to another country and something happens, I
Like,
want to
how are
be
you?
able to go to the doctor. And in fact, in most of the world, I can do that.
Mhm.
But if somebody comes to the United States and gets fucked up while they're here, that's gonna be real fucking expensive.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. But what's better is I would like the same crowd of people who go for the tummy tucks in Mexico to shut the
Yeah.
full fuck up. Shut the full whole fuck up. Because those are the people who are like, those illegals are like, stealing my healthcare. Bitch, you don't have any. And also don't go to Mexico for your tummy tuck.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Mm,
Because
um,
it's like men going to Turkey, the most expensive for the hair replacement
for
therapy.
the hair implants, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the most expensive part of that is like the fucking plane
The most
ride.
expensive
Sure.
part of that is like airfare and hotels.
Right. And I'm just like, uh, uh, what are we doing? Because y'all are the problem. Like y'all are the
Like,
problem.
genuinely, I know
I feel like
somebody who
that
was
that
looking at a surgery that like
elective surgeries.
it would have been equally expensive to buy plane tickets and get room and board and have it done in the Czech Republic as it would to do it with insurance in the United States.
Hmm. People should think about it.
Yeah, like we have there's medical tourism, I would just like to point out. So, and it's not to here,
No, it's the fuck
FYI.
out of here by us.
It's the fuck out of here. Um,
And also, like, I support. I don't actually support it, but if I needed to, I would. I wouldn't say it publicly. And so I'm saying it publicly so you know I don't do it.
mhm,
But like a better mailing program from Canada to United States with their prescriptions. Meh.
yeah.
Like
Our
I'm just
prescriptions
saying.
could be less expensive, that's for motherfucking sure.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, sure. And it's so dumb. It's so fucking stupid. I'm like, we are hosed so hard,
Yeah.
which is a good segue for rural healthcare and the tour that's happening next week.
I was just about to ask.
I accidentally fell into a situation. I our our good friend Congressman Ro Khanna
Yeah.
is doing a Pennsylvania skippity skip loop
Hmm.
on rural healthcare, but also a whole bunch of adjacent issues. Some of it's manufacturing, some of it is like I'm not sure what exactly the one is in Sharpsville. But like there's a lot of union different like meetings and speaking and roundtables
Hmm.
he's going to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of his bigger speeches and stuff are going to be, or like sit downs are going to be on rural healthcare. And then he'd had it planned in January. We had a big snowstorm. Um, I independently like spammed their mobilize like link that got canceled. And
Yeah.
then they were trying to replan for him and Elizabeth, his deputy, campaign manager, like apparently saw it and she was like, "Oh, shit." Like and so as she was like going through and like planning out his itinerary, like I was just kind of helpful and just like for Western PA because like there was a couple of people not getting back to her or whatever
Mm.
because they like missed her calls or emails or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had an opening in their schedule, and I was like, you crossed my county twice, and I have a city council. I have a 5-0 majority that like our thing is like we won't have an imminently failing hospital necessarily, but our hospital system is going to be like barely in the black. Like
Mm.
we are like right at that like expected tightness, but we aren't
Hmm.
we aren't like expected to imminently immediately fail, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um But I was like, we are like, we've been doing the housing shit in our city, and our city has just sued our county for that tax reassessment. And people are pissed like throughout the county, but as a city resident and the chair and whatever, like I'm like, I'm not mad at it. Like 1969 was the last time it was mandated, was the last time we did it.
Yeah.
And it was quoted as like in the like when they were doing the court case, they were like, this is the most unfair, like it unequal system we've ever seen in this whole state. They're like, this is the worst, like the biggest economic disparity we've ever
Yeah.
seen. And our city has been bearing the entire burden of tax. Like, not the whole burden, but like so much of it. When I paid my dad's like Coney Lake taxes for him,
Hmm.
I was like, what the fuck is this? He's like, this is my annual taxes. I was like, fuck you. What the fuck is this? It was like $400. It's like, what? I was like, bitch, what is this? And then he has multi-million-dollar homes in his fucking block. I'm like, fucking, what the fuck is
Oh,
this?
hell no.
I had never seen what people outside of the city, like, because, like, in for my house, like, we pay, like, one of my tax bills roughly, like 14-ish, and then, like, the other one's, like, 1,100-ish, like, so it's twice a year, whatever. And I'm just like, what is that? I was like, you set it up on like weird payments? And he's like, no, this is it. I'm like, why?
Get
Like this is everybody's
fucked.
second homes from Pittsburgh coming up. Like this is subsidized fucking horse shit. And I mean I knew it, but I'd never seen how little they pay.
Right.
Like,
Seeing it is crazy.
I took my thumb and I was like, fuck you, dude. And I like choked. I was like, this is like not paying anything. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I just realized like all of that tax stuff. Like we are a 70% renter city, and all of the landlords are paying like the city taxes, but like think of that giant disparity that they're paying. Not that it's actually gonna like they're charging less. Like fuck it, they probably
Hmm.
won't. But
Yeah.
like that huge disparity that people that are renting are in lieu of like paying outright taxes, the landlords are,
Yeah. Or picking up that
it's
cost.
jumping it up. And I'm like, and also how much more we're paying for county because we pay for like the cops, we pay for
Yeah.
the paid fire, plus we're paying more than our fair share for all of the county services, and we're paying more than our fair share for anything else. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And the schools too. Absolutely, because like the city residents are paying this, but it's not just the city, it's like the city and the whole surrounding area is part of our school district. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is what the fuck they're paying? What the fuck? And like one I realized this like a couple years ago, but then like when they're talking about it, like how big the disparity was in court, I was like, good, because this is what happens when you have a majority. Because it wasn't like, and this is a side note about majorities. We have 5-0, and
Hmm.
everybody at the city is 100% in support of city residents. So yes, they're going to sue the county
Yeah.
because it's unfair,
Yeah.
and they are here to defend and support city. But if we'd have been 3-2, or if we'd have been in the reverse, they'd have never picked this fight.
Right.
We can only pick this fight because we have the overwhelming unilateral, the whole city is down for it
Yeah.
because they can feel confident that they are just fucking backed up by the fact that city residents voted us in by more than 500 votes than anybody else, and we are 5-0. So we're going to do it.
Good.
And yes, and so, but that's the kind of shit. Like when I had spoken to, the deputy campaign manager, she's like, That's the kind of stuff, though. That's the kind of stuff that like people like Rokana or like just like need to be able to articulate the vision of like the why by
Yeah.
being in a place where little city of Meadville should not be fighting that fucking fight by themselves, but here they
Yeah.
are. They're doing it because they're 5-0. But that national legislation, when we get that majority, that's the purpose of them being a majority. That's the kind of shit that they're supposed to do for us as a whole.
Yeah.
And as soon as they were like, I was like, I can get at least three of the five there. Um, they were like, oh, we're stopping. So they're stopping before the Erie stop in Meadville.
Yay.
I'm so
And there's
excited.
a Mobilize link, which we will
There is.
share, or will have shared because this may come out after that happens. So
The
probably because my
whole
aim
like
is usually to drop it on Thursday. But like, so but we'll share it on our social before that. Um,
that's so exciting. Like I was so down for like the fact that I was like paying attention to my emails and like got it I don't know where and
yeah,
just like sometimes those emails go nowhere for a while. Just go look through them sometimes because you might get something special. And I actually got a text message the other day too. This is so random. This is talk about random connections.
yeah.
Somebody, I won't tell you who, texted me and they go, I'll tell you who offline, but they texted me like 11 o'clock at night, like a week ago. And they're not even a week ago, it was like 4 days. And he's like, did your candidate for this cold call the DNC chair and invite him to a thing? And I was like, I don't, I'm not sure. Maybe. If they had his number, they very well might have. I can find out though. I mean, I can certainly
Hmm.
find out. I'll find out. I'll find out shortly, but maybe. And I was like, just by chance, what's the answer? And they're like, well, because you answered me. He's like, game recognized game. And I was like, oh,
True.
fuck. That's the thing. Like, you have to shoot your shot. And if it is feasible, they could be there. You know, you
Shoot
can't
your shot. Always shoot your shot.
just because you're somewhere rural and you just because you're somewhere whatever, like it doesn't mean like you can't somehow leverage like the power you've got and just be supportive of them.
Mhm.
They will, if they can, be supportive back.
Yeah.
It has happened
Mm.
that way.
Love. That feels like a delightfully happy place to begin to put a bow on it.
Oh yeah, do we
So
need to
we
talk
are
about that
getting
other
close.
last thing?
What?
Do we have to talk about that other thing, like the random appointment?
Oh,
I don't know what happened. Just to be fair,
you're going to be the vice chair of the bylaws committee.
no, of the rules committee.
The rules committee, excuse me, the rules committee.
Rules committee.
That's hilarious
So,
and amazing.
so I was told too, I should be a member of at least a standing committee. And I was like, another meeting, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't have like a prereq of like what it needed to be. But like I was like, okay, well, rank them to the five or whatever that you want. And I'm like, ranked them and I filled it out and I sent it over. Then I just
Yeah.
didn't hear back. Nothing. I just assumed I'd just
Yeah.
get assigned one. And they're like, email from Party Affairs, vice chair of rules. And I was like, so I texted somebody that I shall remain nameless on staff, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Are you sure? Are is this?" They go to me. It went to me, and they're like, "Ironic and hilarious, but still true." And I was like,
Yeah.
"That must have been a fun conversation." So
Amazing.
I'm just like, well,
Oh,
there's that.
that actually that made me one last thing. That made me look at my email real quick and reminded me of some sad things that happened.
Oh yeah, some.
Um
Yes, I saw that. Mm.
So this week, we lost this past week and a half-ish. We lost two state committee members. One was Tina Burgess, um, a state committee member from Snyder County for quite a while. Tina, what a fucking icon. Number one, she was an LPN for like 30 years, and then she became a union organizer.
Talk about putting your money where your mouth is.
I'm dead. Um, Tina didn't give a single fuck at any point.
Those are the best kind.
She was she
The ones where
was
they're like,
so
this
great.
doesn't make sense. Don't do dumb things.
Yes, and she was so supportive of younger Democrats. Like genuinely actually supportive of younger Democrats.
Ugh.
I'm gonna miss her so much. The second person was Candy Stitzman, who grew up in Altoona, which is where I live now. And my immediate former chair, the chair before me, keeping in mind that I was elected in 2014 for the first time, um, was her teacher at one point.
Wow.
I know. Um,
Well,
but
the circle is smaller than you'd think. Yeah.
the circle is weirdly smaller than you would think. But like, yeah, no, Candy was a delight, and she was like super, super dedicated to the Women's Caucus. And so I don't know. I State committee is gonna feel a little empty in September, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, for sure. And we lost Mr. Mr. Like the lovely chair of disability. Is it disability or is it the older
Yeah,
senior,
the
senior caucus?
senior caucus.
Oh my God. And I had met him a couple of times and he was the most wonderful person.
Such a sweetheart.
And I was bummed actually, and I think that they thought that like the notice, like the rest of the committee was like, we should have all known earlier. And I think now they're trying to actively like police that a little bit, where like if they're getting notified that members of or older members of people that used to be members of state committee, we at least get notified via email as soon as they
Yeah.
find out about it. Because like
Yeah,
there
it's
there was some kind of snafu there, but they're trying to
yeah.
fix it. Hmm.
I mean,
We're not
it's
in a big
it's
bunch.
just it's rough, but I mean, life, what are you gonna do?
Support the
But
younger
I
so that we have a bench all the time ready because we never
yeah.
know
Hmm.
who has to be in following our footsteps. Like this bitch could get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yeah, that's we have to you have to be bringing people up always. Um because there's never enough.
Oh no, never
There's
close
never
to enough.
enough.
Everyone's
Um
always tasked with too many things,
yeah.
too many tabs.
Too many, too many tabs. Shout out to Jim Heckman who called me out on the
Well,
rural caucus meeting for too many tabs.
called you out and didn't even know that I had multiple browsers that were worse than that.
Right.
Uh,
When I did mention to everybody that I do have like multiple, like they're all Chrome, right? Browsers, but it's just they're signed into different email accounts because it just makes my life easier. And so I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven that I usually have. Some of them involve multiple email accounts. I just choose not to have an individual browser instance for each one.
yeah, I've
Um,
got seven. I've got seven. If
yeah.
we include my dad's now to my. By the way, you don't want to know about the alerts that I get about like because I put it on safe mode.
Yeah.
You don't want to know about the alerts for old people's Chrome activity. It's fine.
Terrifying.
Uh, but also, don't let your child have to deal with your Chrome browser. Make it so that that shit is fixed before you need
Please?
it.
Yeah. Good Lord. Last thing, right? Demstock is coming up next month, August 14th and 15th. We'll be there. Will be exciting. And the next Rural Caucus meeting, then, which is the third Tuesday of each month, will be the Tuesday after Demstock, will be Tuesday, August 18th. Um, so we'll put out the info. Join us always. But yeah, other than that, listen, 100 days out, prime door knocking time, volunteer, knock some doors. Let's get it going. Let's
Right.
just win
And
everything. Let's win everything.
if you're not knocking the doors, sit at one of the 950 fair events
Yeah, one of the
because
950 fair events. Like, yes, no, there's so many
because
things.
this is when the voters can come to you that are so rural that like, you can't knock them.
Yeah,
They are there. Canvass those events and go the places in the shirt and talk to the
yeah.
people because you're not going to be able to knock their doors if they're that rural. This is the hub that they're going to.
Hmm.
So knock where they're at. Like we
Yeah.
talk to the people where they're at. We mean it literally
We mean
and mentally.
literally meet them where they're at,
And
physically,
yeah,
emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, physically, also meet them where they're at. Yeah.
that
Um, oh my God. All right. Well, thanks so much for listening. I've been Jillian.
I've been Lindsay.
And thank you to Dan, our intrepid Dan. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Blue Sky. We've got PA Dems Rural Caucus at all of those places. And also on Facebook and Instagram, you can find Battlefield Appalachia. We cross post, of course, but go there for the clips and whatnot.
The
Uh,
hilarious thing.
the hilarious clips. So yeah, listen on Spotify, listen on YouTube, like and subscribe and all the jazz. And we'll see you in a bit. Keep it rural. Woo!
Yikes.